Here is the ultimate guide and walkthrough to get a nice strong wrist, especially when you are coming across an old wrist fracture or one that you are recovering from and you're clear to do a whole bunch of activity. For starters, we're actually going to start off with a massage gun, or you can take anything to massage the anterior or medial aspect of your forearm and the lateral. So what you'll do is you'll take your massage gun and you'll spend about 10 to 15 pulses just going up and down. We're actually identifying that the outside third, the farthest 1/3 of your forearm is going to be mostly tendons. So you actually don't need to massage or do soft tissue work there. You want to think about really just addressing the muscle bellies, which will be from the point of your elbow down to the lower second third of your forearm. So you're going to spend a little bit of time on the inside. We'll say 10 to 15 rounds up and down. And then you're going to flip your hands so we can go on the outer edge of your elbow, and you're going to go down and up as well, using a massage gun, using your hand, giving those muscles an opportunity to get some work done. From there, we're going to transition onto some wrist extension. So you're going to put your palms down on the ground like this. And when you put your palms down, you can sit your butt back to give yourself a little bit more control. You can also shift your weight forward, and then you can shift your weight side to side. My hands will be at about 3 and 9 o'clock. You're going to rock side to side. I like to think about 10 pulses per side. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you're doing this, you can go a little bit deeper into the range if you feel like you're able to go through 18, 19, and 20. Now we have to go in the exact opposite motion, which is going to be flexion. So you're going to have your fingers and palms facing your feet. And then what you're going to do is you are going to slowly rock your hips back. We're going 10 pulses, and you can get a more mild stretch when you're here because you won't go as far. You can get a more intense stretch as you sit on back, but it gives you the opportunity to have total control. So we're going to go 3 more. 3, 2, and then 1. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to be going both ulnar and radial deviation. And the idea is that if you look at my hand, I want you to think about this line right here as 2 separate parts. We have my forearm and we have my wrist. So not only am I going to be moving my wrist, but I also want to think about if my hand goes this way, my wrist goes in the opposite direction. So when we call ulnar deviation, we're actually having the hand move towards the ulna this way. You're going to take your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to wrap it around your wrist like this. What you're going to do is you are going to bring your pinky down, but as you bring your pinky down, you're going to take this finger and you're going to draw it up towards yourself. So you're going to go like this. It's kind of like you're doing like a little bit of a handshake, or you're drinking out of a cup. It's the same motion. We're doing it here. We're going to go 10 pulses, and you can either have your arm rest up against your body. You can also do it freehand as well. You might feel a couple clicks or just a little bit of movement. You're going to go about 10 repetitions one way, and then where you can go in the opposite direction, which is radial deviation, where instead of, and you're going to pull your thumb up to the ceiling using the web space to actually press in that area. And again, we're in that space where you know that there's a separation between your hand and your wrist. We're going to go 10 to the ulna, 10 going up. You can do this on both sides if you like. Now that we actually have the wrist loose, we have to strengthen it. So then we transition on to actually getting a little bit of resistance. So the 6 motions will be flexion, extension, ulnar deviation, radial deviation, and then we have pronation, supination. So this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna grab a dumbbell and you're gonna sit with your palm like this, palm facing up, and you're gonna let it roll back and then come back up. Keep your hand nice and closed. You don't necessarily have to grip that very, very tight. But what this is going to do, it's going to strengthen your forearm flexors right here, as well as stabilize your forearm. So at this point, we're looking at 3 sets of 15, so you can start to actually feel a nice burn in your forearm. Once you do a set of 15, you can actually flip to the other side and we can go wrist extension. What wrist extension does, it works on the lateral compartment of your forearm and gets it nice and engaged. So we'll go a couple of these. 3 sets of 15 in each direction. Now, from there, we're going to transition, and instead of using a dumbbell, you can use a golf club. I have a broomstick right here, and what we're going to do is what I call ulnar deviation. So you're going to take your bar, you're going to have your arm at 90 degrees, elbow bent at 90. You're going to let your thumb point down, and then you're going to come back up, down, and then back up. What you're going to notice is that, as you can see, that bar or that club will rotate as well, making sure that your forearm stays tight. You're going to feel these muscles right here actually engage. Again, we're going to go about 3 sets of 15. To go the opposite direction, we're going to have your arm straight in front of you, and what you're going to do is you are going to rotate up. Rotate up, so then that way it's like you're giving a thumbs up as well. And again, you'll go 3 sets of 15 in that direction. You can actually make it a little bit harder by extending or adding a little bit more weight towards the edge of the club or the stick that you're going to be using. The last motion that you'll be doing will be pronation supination. You can actually do this in each direction. You're going to take your elbow, you're going to glue it against your body. You are going to have your elbow bent at 90 degrees. And then from here, you're going to go palm up, and then you're going to rotate, and then you're going to go palm down. The goal throughout this entire time is to keep your forearm nice and stable. I hit the door over there. Keep the arm nice and stable. You'll do this standing up. I'm doing it kneeling because of the video, but it allows you to actually get through the full range of motion. Again, 3 sets of 15. You only need to do this about 2 to 3 times a week. Gives you the opportunity to get that wrist nice and loose, but also strong. Enjoy.